How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Emnix Plays Path of Exile Ritual League. Been doing some upgrades and slowly, getting better gear. We're currently in maps. I think I have a couple of conquerors, just one conqueror unlocked that we should probably run in a second. The Maven has been witnessing Lex Ijors. Haven't unlocked anything there yet, but slowly we're gonna get more unlocked. I'm looking forward to today. Our character is starting to fall into place. He's starting to get a little bit of gear. This is good stuff. Slowly moving out of the mind over matter stuff. I still have a lot of the passives for mana, but I think I'm gonna start refunding out of it because I don't know, it just doesn't seem to be working that well, and honestly, most of the defensive benefits we get from regen is coming from the golems anyways. I mean, at this point in time, even if we use Righteous Fire, we don't degen mana necessarily, but we do get hit to 0 mana quite often. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but if you want a reference, I made the 2x you wanted and like another ADC from 8 runs. What's the worst build in this game? I want that one. It's Conversion Trap. Don't do it. It's so bad that you won't even be able to make it out of Act 1 or 2. You can play a bad build. There's nothing wrong with playing a bad build. Okay, here's how you pick a build, Turtle. Like, I'll help you in a second. 1 sec. Actually, I'll help you now. So, Turtle, if you want to pick a build, instead of picking the worst build, just like pick a couple builds that you like playing in other games and just try to build that. Or pick an anime that you like, where the character is like, oh, he does a lot of fire, he does a lot of ice. There's so many different kinds of builds in this game that chances are you should be able to create like a build that's similar, You could roleplay a little bit in that sense. If you wanted to do that, And like Hoku came to me, he says he wanted to do poison. And I was like, okay, here's Bladefall Blade Blast. And then he's like, oh, you gave me a meta build. How dare you? But I mean, that was poison. 100%, right? That was the first thing that came to mind. Anyway, so for our character, I switched out of the Tabula and I picked up an Ambush Charge. Just for a little bit more life regen. And then for the shield, before I had the Oak, I switched it for Rise of the Phoenix. And now we have 83% maximum resistance for fire. So I don't think I'm degenning that much at all with regards to, Righteous Fire. I don't think I am. And then I made a big upgrade in the helmet. I picked this up for 2.5 Exalt, I think. And it's basically just some life, burning damage, and 30% more elemental damage. So we have a pseudo 6-link in the helmet, and that way I was able to switch out my my chest armor. In the future, I think I need to get the helmet that's like burning damage, Essence of Horror, so 30% more elemental damage, and also concentrated effect. That turns it into a 7-link, but it's expensive. It's like 15 exalted right now. I can't afford it. I like using a 2-handed axe character that only uses bow. What the fuck, Turtle? What is that? Alright, I mean, what? What does that even mean? Okay, honestly, that exists. You just weapon swap from an axe to a bow back and forth, Oh, shit. Okay, so the reason why I was switching out my equipment was because I'm having some real survivability issues. I'm getting hit like really hard by everything. Maybe it's just the playstyle that I'm not used to with Righteous Fire. But like, I'm getting hit hard. And I don't know why. Like, this is just like a blank white map. How did I die, All the stats go into magic damage? But why a bow? What the fuck? You just picked like all 3 types of damage. Magic, like range, 2-handed axe, physical. I hate you, Turtle. Man, I'm dying so much. I don't know why. I need to play it like really safe right now, or get more. I need more damage. That's part of the thing too. Like, curse with elemental weakness. That's gonna suck. But I'm pretty sure fire resistance will be fine, right? Yeah. Okay. Okay, it's fine. I should start using Endurance Cry more. I have to manually cast it, but at least I get some endurance charges this way. That'll be helpful, I think. Like, I'm just looking for another layer of defense. Right now, all I have is regen. And I guess golems. But it doesn't feel enough. And I need to farm up some currency, more importantly. Like, I need to get further into maps. I need some currency. I need like better gear. Right now, I would say I'm at like the low end of gear. I need to at least hit like mid-tier gear levels. Like, damage is respectable. Against bosses is really good. Survivability is a little poo-poo. Hey, my favorite streamer, he's cool, he's cold, so cold, he's Canadian. It's actually so cold right now over here. I'm just glad it's not snowing. It was like snowing early in the morning. Spellbow, it's a thing, it's very strong, more damage. You sound like someone we both know. Yeah, I know. I think Potato, is starting to influence me. Just more damage. Well, the thing is, if I get more survivability, it's more damage. It's just, like, it's starting to get to a point where before I could just run through these guys and they die. Obviously, as we scale up in maps, it's not going to happen as often. But as a result, you know, they're getting a lot of hits off on me, and my defense is just not... It's not that good, you know? And I'm still trying to figure out this build. Like, I added a lot of defensive stuff. Enduring Cry, and I don't cast Stormbrand often enough to maintain like inspiration charges as well. So it's just like a lot of buttons that I need to press that I'm still not used to. You know, I should be getting shield charge with Fortify as well, so I get another layer of defense. That is pretty important too. It's cold in Cali. It's 65 degrees. I know you're being serious. But to me, I'm like, that's below room temperature, but that's like still pretty warm. Buying Mortal Frags is gonna give me cancer. It took 20 minutes to buy 2 frags. I hear mana gear is more expensive this league. It may be more cost effective to drop Mind Over Matter and go for more life. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. For now, Mind Over Matter is like, it's just there, but I'm not investing in it anymore. I have some nodes in life mana regen, but like, I was gonna get these life nodes anyways, right? Really, the only investment I have is 1, 2, I guess these 3 nodes. 3, 4, 5, and then these 2, 6, 7. 7 nodes in mana. That's all I'm invested. I don't have a Series Foible. I didn't go out and get Cloak of Defiance. Instead, I was like, you know what, forget it. I picked up an Ambush Charge for my chest armor. I got Rise of the Phoenix. I'm like, I think we're just gonna go life-based. So yeah, I'm switching out of it too. I didn't go too hard on it. I saw the prices and I'm like, oh, I can't afford this. But you know what? I think Mind Over Matter early was really good for Righteous Fire, because you can start Righteous Fire at like level 30 and 40 without having to invest into anything. Mortal Grief. Ooh, good luck. That's gonna be fun. Uber Azuri with Maven. Witness me. So yeah, I switched out of it. I don't regret it. I don't mind like having Mind Over Matter right now. It still works fine in terms of just like making sure I don't degen too much.
When I'm ready and not before.
Like, I'll keep it on for as long as I can. Because really, like, what do I need mana for, you know? I seem to be, like, getting my mana back pretty consistently. I guess every now and then I want to stay still. I don't want to stand still and cast Scorching Ray unless it's against a boss. So I just want to run circles. So I'm not like casting much at all. I was inspired by you. I'm playing an RF Elementalist with my own spin on it. I got a sticker shock with mana prices. I went RF around level 38. Yeah, the fact that you can go RF so early without having to invest in like a bunch of gear is really cool, I think. Oh, this guy wants some gear. What the? Technically, like, could Discord stream the fight for a guildmate? I don't want to embarrass myself by streaming a horrible failure. It'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be fine, Dream. Okay, what does this guy want? He wants Torment Salvation. What the heck is that? Torment Oh, the chest armor. Okay. A lot of people want it. You know, I had it priced at like 15 chaos and nobody wants it. No, 10 chaos, everyone wants it. What the heck? Oh. I'll think I'll have fun with this game, but I'm sure the equipment will overwhelm me. There's a lot of things that okay, so there's like bloat in this game. Like there's a lot of things that would overwhelm you if you were to play it. Like GGG or the game, they constantly update every 3 months, right? So at this point, all of those mechanics that they added into the game, it's become bloat at this time. Like there's so much stuff. It's kind of crazy. It's good and bad at the same time. It's good because like as someone who's played this game a lot, every time there's a new league, it's like it's really fun. Like there's all these new things to do. But for new players, it just gets harder and harder to get into. Like it's not even the builds that overwhelm you. It's just like all the shit that you encounter. Like, oh, what does this do? What does this do? Mind over matter is great, except that evidently everyone else in the world also thinks so. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, okay, so mind over matter, originally I was thinking it could be like a nice defensive layer for when you get hit, and then you use it as like a big buffer. But what happens is you invest so hard in mana that like you don't have enough to put into life, and your damage comes from your life, and I guess like burning multi and all that stuff. So like, in order for it to feel good, you want a good life pool of like 6,000, 7,000 to do good damage. And instead, you're putting that into mana. So that's one issue. But what's good about it is if you have a small mana pool-ish, I actually have 2,000 mana, which is a lot. I don't know how I have so much mana, actually. Now I look at it, that's a lot. That's weird. Anyways, it kind of synergizes with like Mastermind of Discord, right? Regenerate 1% of mana per second if you've inflicted exposure recently. Like, that's really good. And being able to use mana regen to sustain your RF is really good as well. That way you have more life regen for your own life pool, right? So that's the part that I appreciate with regards to Mind Over Matter. You don't need to spend too much. I think with the amount of points I put into Mind Over Matter, I'm happy with just like leaving it like that and maybe not even getting rid of it. Some people, what they do is they get a lot of mana regen, they drop Mind Over Matter, and then they go agnostic to mitigate the regen. I don't know if I have enough mana regen to do that. But that's an option if you go like the mana route. It's just, it probably takes a lot of investment the more I think about it, and this league might not be the one for it. Maybe it's something to try out in the future where you go like just really like a mana focused Righteous Fire character, use the agnostic to get a crazy amount of regen. And then yeah, you just cap yourself at full mana at all times, and then like you have like, you know, 1,500 life regen or something. I don't know. Especially now I record when I get to her, I guess. I just woke up and I don't have the mechanics right now. It was an HC attempt. Roll for mana and then harvest crap the rest, since mana is untargetable but everything else should be. Oh, that's true. I don't know, like right now I feel like we'll just go the traditional life route. Like my survivability was feeling really bad. And obviously I don't have any harvest crafts. I could go back to it, I suppose. Like right now, I'm at a crossroads. I can go either way, just because I'm not heavily invested in either. The only thing I've invested in so far is the helmet, which is like, you know, kind of mana agnostic. Like it doesn't matter whether I'm going mana or not. Oh, this is. But I kind of like this life version because, you know, I can include things like Enduring Cry. You know, I suppose I could do that with the Mind Over Matter version as well, but I just have a bigger life pool. Is how it feels like. I bet you could do both. Like I wouldn't want to go Cloak of Defiance if I could. I would want like a better chest armor. But if you were somehow able to combine both Mind Over Matter as well as
When I'm ready and not before.
life without going to agnostic, I don't think agnostic is the way. Mind Over Matter might be okay for regen purposes. Because you need so much mana regen for agnostic. Like 25%. Yeah, you need like 500 mana regen. It's insane. But if you're able to combine and just mitigate your RF damage, you can probably drop... Like, the only thing is you can drop so much life regen if you go Mind Over Matter. At least on your tree, right? Need to find a way to drop Rise of the Phoenix, though. Probably gonna need to harvest craft, like, max fire resist on the shield, on the gloves. And also, like, late game... For this build, if I had to guess, you probably have to go Divine Flash. Just for like, you know, truly good, for RF to feel like really, really good. You go Divine Flash, you get lots of chaos resistance, you know. Can you be like Kirito and never take damage because regen is better? That's kind of this build, except I'm burning myself. But yeah, you totally could. You could do like a regen build. Lots of different classes do that. And then, you know, you do some kind of like attack build. Like, what would Kirito be? He's like he's dual wield sword, but you can do dual wield sword, two-handed sword. Either is fine. And then you just go lots of regen. You know, ooh. It totally exists. Although, admittedly, I haven't played one of those builds in a while. So I wouldn't know where to start. Ironically, I've picked some crazy low-level gear now that I'm like level 60. I got a Shaper Seed. If I got that early, I could have sustained RF at like level 16. Yeah, I don't know what it is about this league, but you can sustain RF super early. I can't do the trio yet. I need a little more damage. Mechanically, I'm fine, but I don't have the damage to kill them before the entire arena is degen. Yeah, the trio is actually like sometimes harder than Siri, depending on, you know, your character. All right, ritual rewards. Okay. Oh, wait, what? Synthesize Carnal Scepter. Ambush. Let's see if is any of this even like any good? Is this thing good? Maybe I'll buy it. What's this? 8 passive skills, mace or scepter attacks. No. I guess I'll just buy some of this stuff. Okay. Not even want a two-handed axe mage that uses bow? I don't know how to do that, turtle. That's spreading yourself too thin. I'll come back to that after I upgrade my bone. Divine Flesh is good. What the fuck is this map? I walked in, literally 2 steps in, there are 7 Harbingers and a King Harbinger, and then Cyrus comes. Massive regen plus sword sounds like an Onigoroshi build. Oh yeah, that could be a thing, but then you have to farm for Onigoroshi. I guess you can just buy it. And it just becomes super OP right from the start. You get like a super strong sword. That's just like, that is Sword Art Online. Like you start the game off and you're just like OP right from the get-go.
Sin could be this powerful. What are you?
I think Chieftain would be a good choice if you wanted to go regen. Yeah. Do some kind of like I don't know. Some kind of fire chieftain. Consecrated ground maybe.
Hello.
Stay vigilant. Long day.
Okay, so we got... Wait, did I get the watchstone? I did. Okay, good. I guess let's put it here. I haven't unlocked a lot of maps. It's kind of annoying. There's still so much to do. Well, not annoying, but... I wouldn't say extra content is annoying. That'd be kind of backwards, but... There's just... a lot of low-level stuff I need to do. It's because I'm slow. Slow clear speed. Boomer clear speed. Emnix, I sent you a picture? Hold on. What is this? What the frig? What is this? Hold on, I'll show it to chat. I ain't afraid. Look at that. Just stuff everywhere. How many harbingers did you get? What? Loot explosion. 7 and a king? Wow, holy crap. Okay. Have a kid? I made my son farm Onigoroshi for me when it first came out. Wow. Hell yeah, pay to win, poggers. Yeah, that's what Onigoroshi builds feel like sometimes. And some Cyrus mobs that just walked in. Yeah, that's like loot everywhere. You show up at a map, it's like, hey guys, what's going on? And then it's just... the entire map is waiting for you, right at the entrance. They were hoping to spawn camp you, that's what happened.
When I'm ready, and not before.
Thank God for Flesh and Stone. Yeah, seriously, it's such a good defensive stance. Actually, Flesh and Stone would be pretty good in this build too. I keep getting murked by like range attacks from far away. Eh. See, these low-level maps are fine. It's when I just get a little bit higher tiered, they start doing so much damage. Should I press Alt? Oh my god. I take that screenshot. If it doesn't crash your computer. You know what I mean? Remember the good old days? With like, ghost vacuumers and shit? Torment, Salvation. What the heck? Trade API is slow. I sold that like 10 minutes ago. I pressed Alt after I looted. Okay, okay. Turtle, I don't know if you're around. Okay. But here's a rough idea of what, like... Remember the item filter I sent you? Basically, it filters out, like, garbage items, right? Or items that you might not need. Yeah, okay. This is the reason. This is the reason. Look at how many items are dropping. She showed up in the zone and killed things, and then this is how many items dropped. If you don't have an item filter, what the fuck do you do? Can this game run on my Chromebook? You don't have a Chromebook, fuck off. I know the PC that you have. You don't have a Chromebook. Or you're not gonna be playing on a Chromebook at least. Oh, okay. Wait. Dream turned off the filter. Oh my god. My PC would crash looking at this. Can you imagine? Okay, so before the days of having a filter, this is literally what you would get. You know? Can you imagine playing the game like this and you're trying to find like the good items? It's impossible. Jesus. Alright, these guys are just like taking pot shots at me. I don't appreciate it. Oh, it's Host. Okay. This is a Beyond map, huh? I want to see that screenshot. Wait. You didn't see it? Byron? You didn't see it? Hold on. I have it. Here, right here. Look at all the items. Never mind finding items. Can you imagine trying to move without looting shit? Yeah, you're just gonna be clicking items all day. That PC is just for show, no GPU in it. I play PC games on my Samsung Chromebook. Oh, I saw it. Chat is delayed. Oh, okay. It's insane. Turtle, you're such a troll. Okay, another level. What am I getting? I got this already. Oh yeah. Let's start getting chaos resistance and more life. Maybe I'll be able to hit 5k life today. That'd be nice.
Ah, there you are. It's time.
That's literally delirium levels of loot. Yeah, that's a lot of shit. Ow. I'm really glad I added Enduring Cry. It's like my second oh shit button. Actually, no, I only have one oh shit button. Like, I don't have life flask anymore, right? My one life flask is to dispel burning. So really, I don't have a way to heal my HP. I guess Enduring Cry is gonna be that button. I should probably put second wind on it so I can get 2 charges of it. Originally, I was not gonna go Enduring Cry because I was like, I don't have instant cry. So it can't be that good, but actually this is great. I think if you have extra sockets, I know you're playing RF, Enduring Cry is actually, I wouldn't say mandatory, but it's very good utility here. Basically free life flask, right? Without any juicing, just one alk and that's what your screen looks like. Crazy, man. Having no GPU in your computer and playing on Chromebook is in fact the same sort of thought process as playing a two-handed axe build which only uses a bow. Yeah, and only does magic damage. Any life build with a free socket should take Enduring Cry, to be honest. Enduring Cry is so broken. Yeah, after they buffed it, it's like, why don't you take it? Why are you not doing it? It's so good. So Enduring Cry is this one. You perform a war cry, and it gives you an insane amount of HP regen. 1300 per second. For how many seconds? For like 2 seconds. Maybe even 3 seconds. Basically, you get like all of your HP back, pretty much. If you go low. It does take like half a second to cast. But it's like a very good oh shit button. Like if you're about to die.
Time to go.
And you get endurance charges, which is great.
I need more mana.
Yeah, we're killing these bosses so fast, but like clear speed is so low. That's my problem, I guess. Ow, ow, I just face tanked that, huh? And I have time to cast Endurance Charge, or Enduring Cry. Like, you know, I'm running into them, and I'm not actually doing anything. Like, I guess I could cast Scorching Ray, but really I run into a pack and then just sit there and let RF take, like, you know, do its job. So if I'm gonna be there and doing nothing anyways, might as well cast the Cry. Hey, Emnix said to play how I usually play in other games, so that's what I'm going to do. That's true. Turtle plays like a troll. Even in FPS games. His crosshair in Valorant, it's like, you know, the size of my fist. I don't know how he plays. Be yourself, everyone else is already taken. That's a good quote. I like that.
Ah, there you are.
Okay, chest full of items. Let's go this way. You know what, Turtle? If that's what you want to do, we can make it work. Guys. Okay, start theory crafting now. Like, PoE is the game where you can do anything, right? Start theory crafting. How do you play a two-handed axe build that weapon swaps into a bow? It has to be a bleed build. It's a two-handed axe bleed with ensnaring arrow on the bow.
When I'm ready,
Right?
not before.
It has to be it. On the bow, you use Quill Rain for ensnaring arrow. Like, come on. The ideas, it's already, like, popping up in my head. This is doable. Oh, shit. I was too busy thinking about builds. I didn't do this incursion properly. Ah, crap. Start with Invictus Metal for Rampage, and then weapon swap to Bleed Bow. Oh, that way works too. You do the bleed on the bow instead of on the axe. You thought this was not possible, Turtle. How very wrong you are. My brothers play Call of Duty to troll. He'll do stuff like Tomahawk only. Isn't that like a throwing axe or something? Where does it even do damage? Or is this like one hit kill if you manage to hit someone? Is that how it goes? Honestly, it's been years since I played any Call of Duty. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. Tomahawk is deadly if it hits, but extremely hard to hit with. Ah, okay. Tomahawk's like an axe, right? Yo, I'm actually a really good axe thrower. I just want to put it out there, guys. I'm actually really good at throwing axes. There's an axe throwing league in my city that I go, like, participate. I mean, if it wasn't for COVID, I would still be doing it. I have like a bunch of hatchets at home. Bro. I can nail the target from like, I don't know, 5 yards away. It's only hard to throw in console? Oh, that's true, Turtle. You play on PC, right? Call of Duty? Alright, boss room.
when I'm ready and not before.
Oh, it's this guy. Sunken City is Arakali? I didn't even know. Rip. Oh my god, my damage is actually really good against bosses. But when I get surrounded, it's kind of bad. I'm actually thinking, is it worth it to get that no where you get like double armor? Oh, but it's so far away. What the hell? I got him to 0 HP and then he kind of came back with half HP. Let's see. Double armor is here, right? That's too far in Balance Guard. Oh, and damage reduction to any damage type is 50%. That's really bad. Never mind. What is this? Taproot? Why is Taproot looking like that? Huh. Weird. That makes sense. I only played COD on console. I basically only play with my brother-in-law and he's a console gamer only.
Hello.
I kind of wish I was a console gamer. You know, as a kid, I wish I had a console. But like, when I was young, I couldn't afford a lot of games, okay? I didn't have part-time jobs and shit. So really, PC was the way to go, because, you know, you could torrent some games, and there were a lot of free-to-play games. Free-to-play games was not a concept on the console until, like, what, PS... like, quite recently. And by recently, I mean, like, maybe in the last 10 years. Shit, that's not recent at all. Life, melee damage, crit strike multi? Is this actually worth something? Like a weird lightning strike build? Huh. Well, you know what? Now it's worth nothing. What the hell? Every time I'm like, oh, this is a decent drill, let's corrupt it. It turns into, it just gets bricked. Taproot looks like that because of a Legion unique? Ah, okay. Dude, I'm tired of doing tier 2 temples. Let's just, or tier 2 maps. Let's do like a tier 5 map. I'm tired of like freaking Witnessed by the Maven, Witnessed by the Maven. Ooh, it shows now. That's cool. Reflect. Okay, as long as there's no regen, I can do these maps. Once I see no regen, instantly you nope out of there. Also, Emnix, before I logged off to make lunch, I sent you one final screenshot of something that was really fun. Cyrus was in my map fighting me while the Maven was buffing the boss. What the heck? I've never seen this before. Just Maven and Cyrus endlessly yelling at you. Your voice lines overlap? That would give me a headache. I don't know if I can handle that. I don't want to see that. If I ever encountered it, I don't want to see it. I'm noping out of that map. No thank you. Too many voices talking to me at once. Like, I can't even handle like normal conversations like that. You know where you're like in a party or something, there's a lot of people there, and everyone's talking and having their own conversation, and you're trying to listen to maybe one or two conversations at the same... Like, I can't do it. Some people can. They're like literally involved in two conversations at the same time. I don't know how they do it. And then like everyone's trying to talk over each other because it's getting louder and louder and there are multiple conversations. Oh my god. I can't handle. I feel like once COVID's over and we start having like more physical, you know, social interaction, is gonna be so awkward with everybody. You know? I haven't like socialized with people in like a big group setting in a year now. You know what's gonna be worse though? Like much worse? Like kids. I think in the States it's fine. Kids are going back to school and stuff, right? Like here, there are some kids who actually no, you guys some areas have virtual school. But over here there are some kids who haven't gone back to school since March. Dude, what's gonna happen to them like socially? It's gonna be so weird. Is there a necromancer build? There are many necromancer builds. And they're like they're good too, I think. I don't know, I heard they got nerfed, but they're probably still good. It's actually really bad since Maven is louder than Cyrus, so she can make it hard to hear Cyrus, which makes it harder to dodge his mechanics. Skeleton got buffed. Oh, skeleton mages got buffed. That's true. You could try them and see if they're good. I've never tried skeleton mages. They're a foreign concept to me. I've never even seen them. I don't know if they're good or not. You could try it. It could be fun. My son hasn't been back to school since March. Yeah. I want a two-handed axe necromancer that you only uses bow with Kirito HP regen. I hate you, Turtle. I hate you. I've never said this to anybody, but I hate you. You make this so much harder for me. I told Turtle, I'm like, hey man, I'll try and find a build for you. Just let me know what you like playing. This is the shit. This like deserve this. Turtle's brand new, right? Like just like Potato, just like Hoku, they're brand new to the game. So I'm like, yeah, like before you start, you kind of need to figure out what build you want to play. There are so many builds out there. I suppose what I told him was, I said you could do anything. I guess it's not necessarily true. Can't do close to anything. I mean, axes with bows, like you could do it. It'll be scuffed, but you can do it. Soon. How's it going, Lestat? I don't even think I could make this work, and I've made some really fucking weird builds over the year. How's PoE going? I'm having so much fun, Sasha. How are you today? Hope you're having a good night. I'm a little groggy. You know, I woke up pretty late. I was we were watching Korean dramas with Garlic and Hoku late last night. I was up till like 7 or 8 a.m. I think it was 8. And I woke up at 12, so I had like 4 hours of sleep. But I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Yesterday I did a weird thing. I had a nap. But my nap lasted from 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. And then I'm like, I'm good. I got up and I started playing games. Like my sleep schedule's super messed up. Once I'm back to work next week, it's gonna be so weird. I took this week off and I'm like, dude, I'm gonna mess everything up. I haven't done that since I was like a college student, you know? I'm just gonna fuck it all up. But now that we're in hump week, you know, middle of the week, it's a hump. I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna be back to work in like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 5 or 6 days, you know? What's Monday? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 5 days. I'm in trouble. Oh no, you're typing Korean. I don't actually know how to read Korean, Humbaran. There's doing good. Korea Boos. I am a Korea Boo actually. There's an in-person option, an online option for kids in my state, southwestern United States, but we have kept my son home because I work from home, so we can free up a spot for families with fewer options. That's so nice. Actually, you know, like, they said it would be safe for kids, but over here in Canada, like, it was kind of risky sending kids into schools for, because what would happen is like a class down to like, you know, in the other side of the school would get COVID, and they're like, oh yeah, only kids in that classroom were exposed to COVID, so everyone else come to school. But you got like janitors and like cafeteria ladies and teachers who like walk around the whole school, right? They're not isolating. And they send all the kids in, and they're like, it's fine, until eventually, like, all the kids got sick. And now they're like, yeah, we're gonna lock down the schools. Like, you know, all schools are closed until I think February. Like we're in like full on quarantine lockdown. You know, everything closes at 8 p.m. If you visit anybody and the cops catch you, you get fined. Like it has come to that, and I feel like part of the reason is because they opened up schools. Well, they opened up a lot of things, but I feel like it's part of the reason. It says Korea is the best. I usually speak in English, but we do speak Korean at home in my family. Are you married to a Korean, Han Byron? Can't read Korean, shake my head. I can't either, but I doubt I'll ever need to. Okay. I'll give it my... Now that he says what it is, let me try to read it. Han... Gyuk... Something... Han... Che... Chi... I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I tried to learn it in the past. We went to Korea and I'm like, ooh, this is a good chance to learn Korean. I've been trying to like learn how to read. And at the time I figured out the basics of the alphabet, you know? And then like I kind of figured it out while I was there, but now that I haven't like looked at it in a year or two, I'm like confused again. That's exactly what it says. Yeah, Sasha, you would know too. Yeah, see, I got it. My work is scuffed AF, working from home mostly, but we were in lockdown in December. They prolonged it to mid-January and now to mid-February. Yeah, it's so scuffed. Can you read Chinese? I can read a bit of Chinese. Korean has... yeah, I married a Korean lady when I was about 20 and learned Korean. Emnix, your pronunciation is almost there though. Thanks. Yeah, Korean totally has an alphabet. Like A, B, C, D... Not like that, but like in Chinese, for example, and even in Japanese, you just like use like all the letters and characters are like random, right? Like weird strokes and whatever, and then you just have to memorize character by character, and there are thousands of characters you need to memorize. But in Korean, they actually have an alphabet similar to how we do. Obviously, the characters are different. I would love to learn Korean. I would love to learn like another language. I feel like at this point I'm like too dumb for it, but I think if like I would definitely want to like put in some time learn another language. To be honest, like that's what I should be doing during like COVID. Now that I have more time. Instead, it's PoE, but we should have like a language learning stream. Where we just try to learn. You only speak another language? I'm boring. I mean, there's nothing wrong with only knowing one language. My wife, she's Chinese, but or she's like, I guess Cantonese. But she doesn't know how to speak it. And like sometimes, you know, people would be speaking Cantonese, and I would look at her. And then she goes, don't look at me. I don't know what they're saying. I'm like, what are they saying? They're speaking Cantonese to me, thinking I know it. And I'm like, I don't know. And she's like, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Oh god, I gotta sneeze. What's your mute button? Ooh. That was a big sneeze. Teach me Spanish? Don't you already know Spanish, Turtle? No? Oh. Teaching you Spanish? I got it. ¿Dónde está la biblioteca? Yo, that was the best scene in Community. ¿Dónde está? Something me llamo T-Bone. The disco something. I tried learning Polish because my dad's born there, but shit is hard. Yeah, I think if you just try to like force yourself to learn a language without being able to speak to other people in that language is really hard. I know people who are better at English than me who learned it as a second language. That's what I wanted to hear. Just my honest opinion, it's a lot easier to learn a language if you have contact with the community that speaks the language. Being able to practice is such a huge help. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
When I'm ready, and not before.
Is this map done? Oh, the map's done. Oh. Oh, cool. Is there anything else to defer? I can defer this. That's it, huh? Alright. Oh yeah. Mi amo tipo la ragna discoteca. Discoteca. Na 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 na. I was rewatching that Community of like a couple weeks ago. Such a good show, man. I thought I unlocked another guardian. I did. It's over here. Well, it's kind of far away. Do I have any other maps that have it? Here. Okay, I mean, I haven't done this map yet, so might as well. Slowly, ever so slowly getting these maps unlocked, getting these bonuses done.
Life is short. Deal.
Bro, did you see that rare's name? Night Limp the Shuffling. That's... I just imagine like a zombie with a limp trying to dance, trying to shuffle. Every day we're shuffling. I feel like, you know, when I was a kid, I always thought it'd be so cool to know like a bunch of different languages. Even now, I still think it's cool where you're just like, you guys ever watch those YouTube videos? Where like a guy knows like 8 or 9 different languages and just walks up to people and starts speaking their native language. It's kind of weird in a way, but every time people are just like super confused, right? You're like, what the heck? You know? Why are you speaking... Oh, what do they speak in like... Is this Swahili? It's like, you're speaking Swahili. And then like some other Korean dude walks by and it's like, oh, now you're speaking Korean. You've seen those? Oh, I love those videos. I always thought it was so cool. Just being able to learn a bunch of different languages. Makes me feel like shit. Me too. I'm like, what can I be like? Why can't I be like him? You know what? That's like a talent. You know? And it takes a lot of dedication if you think about it. They probably studied for years. Possibly decades. Actually, the guy's pretty young. He's like only... The one I watched, he was like 20 or something, you know? But he knew like Chinese, Japanese, Korean, he could speak Russian, a lot of European languages, Swahili, like, yeah, it's just like all kinds of, I don't even know, man. I just want to not fail English classes when it's my only language. Yeah, I was terrible in English. My worst marks in school were English. Maybe that's why I wish I could be good at it, you know? Because I'm bad at it. I mean, English is kind of enough to get around. I don't want to just get around though. You know? I want to own that language. Call it my own, you know? Ah, Jesus Christ.
Lessons.
I hate online school. It doesn't work for me. In person, I could learn and understand. Online has neither. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to concentrate. I bet. In online school. Especially when you're on the computer. If you're somebody who, like... who's used to being on the PC, you know? Like... you could be doing shit on the PC and no one would know. And like, what's stopping you? Your own willpower? Not everyone has that. Like, I bet there are kids playing my wife's a teacher. And she says like some kids are just like not responsive. Like they have their camera turned off and everything. And chances are they're probably like playing on their iPad or on their PC or whatever. And mom and dad are like working. They won't know. You know? And it's like, how do you expect like a middle schooler or a high schooler or anyone in school really to have the self-control to not just like, even in the classroom, you know, chances are you're just gonna doze off and daydream and go do something else. And now like all the temptation is like, it's within reach. You know, you probably have like an iPad, you got with all your games installed, and I have no willpower, so I had to uninstall PoE during school to not play instead. Good on you, Dream. Honestly, that's kind of what you have to do. Otherwise, you probably do end up playing. You probably do. Especially with a game like PoE. And I just ended up not learning shit. Yeah. I mean, you know what? You gotta take, like, notes or something. But you know what? Like... I feel like college is like that too. Kind of doesn't matter if you're in person or online in college. It's just like, just gotta absorb as quickly as you can. You say that, but my notebooks are full. A friend of mine teaches 16-year-olds. He said all the online stuff is really shit teaching. At the start, most kids didn't even show up, and they are half-arsing their homework more so than usual. Yep. I've been hearing the same thing. I don't know. It's the system's fault. I don't necessarily think it's the kid's fault, you know? It's just, you know, there's like so much temptation. Like you're supposed, the point of like, you know, being in school, it's supposed to teach you like all this discipline. But oh shit. I need scouring. I hope I don't waste all my portals here. If I die too much... I only have 2 more portals, huh? I mean, I think it's my fault for being dumb, but also online sucks. It's just... there's nobody there to be like, hey, do your work. And it's not only that, it's like, okay... It's not just doing your work, right? It's like you're more inclined to do your work when you see your friends doing work. Instead, you got nobody around you. It's just the environment. Like a large of it is environment. And now the only thing you got is you have to use your own willpower to force yourself to try and study. And not everybody's like that. It's hard. You know, it's hard. You have to try. You have to try your best, because otherwise you're not gonna get... like, it's unfortunate, but right now, unless you do that, you're not gonna get like a good education. But I understand that it's hard. You have to try your best though.
When I'm ready and not before.
You know, take away all the distractions, as many as you can at the very least. And maybe even like, you know, maybe even record your classes so you can come back and watch it again. But classes are so long, it's like how can you possibly rewatch your classes? It's impossible. You're not dumb, just quit horsing around. I spent my waking time study just to pass, and then I didn't. Wait, what's going on right now? Don't you still have classes now, Dream? No? Yeah, you start class again? But you're only taking one. Oh, okay. Oh. You know, I've never heard a teacher say that. Quit horsing around. You're right, I always need a teacher to rage at me every now and then to do stuff. I needed like I wanted to study like socially. You know what I mean? Like I love studying with my friends and doing work with my friends. That's what I enjoyed. Like when I see other people doing their homework, I'm like, well, I guess I'm gonna do my homework too. And then you just work together in silence. Like I love that. I just want to show people I can succeed, but I can't even when I tried. That's true. You know when the teacher comes in, hands in, like gives you all your tests back, and you're like, fuck yeah, I got an A. Nobody's even around to see you like go fuck yeah. I don't know. I mean, I can't wait till we're all back. You gotta roll out these vaccines ASAP, you know? There's quite a bit of energy shield on this thing. T1 flat, T3 hybrid, T3 percentage energy shield. Oh my god, the API is like busted. Okay, I'll keep this around. I don't know how much it's worth. Maybe not much. There's no move speed whatsoever. That's why I play PoE so much now. A shitty video game that resets every 3 months. Well, it doesn't help that this game's kind of addicting. Huh. Kind of need move speed, huh? Well. Let's see if anyone bites. I doubt it. Shitty is it not a future? Yeah, no, I get it. You do have to try your best in school, you know? I know it's hard, but kind of have to. Just do your best. You know, you gotta find ways to make it fun. I got a tutor and everything. Well, I mean, if you did your best, then that's all you could ask for, right? Big dumb. You're a dumb dream. You know what? Everyone is different when it comes to learning. Sometimes it's just the environment. Like online sucks. Like it's a fact. You know? What the heck? Taking off this resistance shrine. What the heck is going on here? Alright, who's got the allies cannot die aura? Where is it? I don't see it, but someone's got it. There we go. I think if I was forced to do online learning, I would do terribly. I really do. Imagine paying so much money for school and textbook and a tutor and getting 0 credits. You know what? Consider it as a learning experience. One thing that I learned as a kid is like anything you do is a learning experience. Something went wrong, you reflect. How did it go wrong? Something goes right, you reflect on that as well. Why did it go right and how can I do it again?
When
You
I'm
know?
ready and not before.
Even though it was 0 credits, you got something out of it. You learned from it. That's important. Now, what's even more important is that you actually like get some takeaways from it. How can I do it better? Everyone screws up, right? It's what you do after you screw up that matters. So, I mean, I've failed courses before, plenty of times. You know, and after that, you're like, okay, well, maybe it's time to like. Maybe I was playing too much PoE, which I was. Actually, at the time, I was playing too much Civilization. Pretty sure there was one term, just all Civ. Oh my god. You didn't fail all of them? I never failed an entire term, but I had lots of friends who have, you know, they get put on academic probation. You need to get your ass kicked every now and then for you to be like, okay, I need to step it up. I have lots of friends who've gotten their ass kicked, and now they're like totally fine. You just need to come to that realization. It's like, okay, you know, what I did last term, it didn't work. Let's try something different. I don't even know what more to do. I think that's something you need to figure out for yourself. You need to figure out what you're good at, how to, you know, like what's the best way to study for you. There are lots of things you can try. You can try forcing a schedule on yourself. Like, I'm gonna study at these hours. A lot of times when it comes to not doing well, it's because of distractions. You know, it's like, I study for 4 hours, but I don't know, I still failed or something. And it's like, well, how efficient were those 4 hours? I think you need to figure it out. You can do it. It'll be fine. You can do it, I'm sure. I had to uninstall Civ 5 after I spent a whole day on it, ignoring phone messages and so on. Yeah, me too. I played so much Civ 5. I studied so much and paid a tutor and got help from friends and everything. Yeah, I mean, I don't... Sometimes, you know, it just doesn't work out. It doesn't mean it's over. You can do it. You know what though? I was terrible at test taking. I was like okay at doing assignments and I understood how to do them, but when it came to tests, I don't know why, the pressure got to me. I was terrible at it. I always wish that they would like grade me on my assignments instead of my tests. Like, my exams were just terrible. I'm rich. What did you get, Game Top? That made you so rich? I'm assuming this is in game. How are you today, by the way? Golem Soul Arcanist Slippers. Wow, that thing actually sold? I wish it was graded like high school. Yeah, I know. Where turning it in was worth points, then maybe I could pass. You know, like, assignments are still worth a lot. Like, obviously the exam is worth a lot more, but if you like fucking tried super hard on your assignments and aced it, even if you did like not too well in your exams, you could probably still pass. That's one strategy where you just like go full try hard on your assignments, make sure you get perfect on that shit. And then sometimes as a result of going so hard on assignments, you find that you end up doing a lot better on your exams. One thing actually that I wish I did more when I was in school is I wish I went to see my TA a lot more. I didn't realize this, but like the TA basically does your assignment for you. Like they teach you all the concepts that you're supposed to know. And it's actually really useful because, you know, in class, it's like a 2-hour session of like the professor talking and like maybe you don't pick up the key points, but they actually grade your assignment on how you did. I never understood it. Yeah. I don't know if you get TA sessions, but in my school, the TA sessions are basically like, okay, you guys learned this stuff, right? And then they would like give you a question that's basically the same thing as the one on your assignment and like run you through how to do the entire freaking thing. And then you basically just copy the same method and then you do your assignment. And then you'll get perfect. And then not only that, it's like, oh, okay, so this class, the concept was this thing. You know, you get a class shortened into like a 3-hour class shortened into a 30-minute session of just like, here's what you need to know. Those TA sessions are so good. I wish I realized earlier how good they were. In my school, at least. I don't know. Every school is a little different, but I don't have a TA in class, pretty sure. Yeah, it obviously depends on the subject and stuff, but like we used to, basically they're there to help you do your homework. And I didn't realize that till like maybe in my final year. And then like anything you don't understand, you're just like, oh, I have a real quick question. You ask them like all the questions. And literally they'll answer anything they can. It's not like they're there to trick you, right? Like TAs in general, they're there to help you. So like if you were just to like, you don't ask them like, how do I do this assignment? But you're like, okay, how does this part work? And how does this part work? And you just have them run through like the entire flow of your assignment. And they'll tell you, like they have to, right? Like they're there to teach you. I was always too shy. I don't know what it was. It's like, oh, like I don't want to bother the TA, but it's like it's their freaking job to do it. This reminds me of my calculus teacher. Yeah, I mean, okay, so I was, you know, all of my courses were very like math oriented. So it was kind of easier to like ask them questions, I guess. You know, there aren't multiple answers, just one answer and like maybe 1 or 2 ways to do it. When we had in-person class, I would go before school, during breaks, lunch, and after school to get help. It's like, why not? Why the heck not? That's what they're there for. They're supposed to teach you. They're not supposed to trick you. You know, it's like, oh, I can't tell you the answer to this because it's gonna be on the exam. I can't tell you how to do these things. Otherwise, you know, you'll pass the exam. Like, what? For some reason, that concept never wrapped around my head. I'm always like, no, I can't ask them this question. This stuff is going to be on the exam. I don't know why. I couldn't get around that barrier in my head. But yeah, like ask questions. You know, if you don't know how to do it, you just ask questions. That could be one method. You fucking ace your assignments. You know, get 100%. They're probably worth like 40 to 50% of like your course, typically, depending on what it is. And then like even if you like get 50% on your exam, you passed. For me, I always like do terribly in the exam, so I had to try and do my best on the assignments. Evil Eye added curse effect. I don't know, let's pick that up. I just did terribly on both. Yeah, I mean, you know, but maybe that's one thing you could try. Wow, it's like, look at all this currency. I wish I could just pick it all up. That'd be nice.
And not before.
Man, getting that helmet made a big difference. I feel like my damage is so much better now. Alright, so another warlord is unlocked. How long has it been? It's been an hour. Oh, wow. There's a metamorph in here, too. Ow. Alright, so the metamorph, fossils, catalyst, essences, rear armor, incursion armor. Huh. I wouldn't mind some incursion armor, that'd be cool. Maps, weapons. I can't fully juice it up, eh? Rare fossils or rare weapons? Fossils. Like, look at our single target. It's so good right now. AoE is worse, for sure. So, hey, Trinid, how's it going, man? I hopped into your stream, I think yesterday. Saw you do a lot of the Maven stuff. Just got up from a nap. It looked really cool. It sounds like late game is super fun, like absolutely bonkers. Just unlocking trees. Emnix didn't say hi to me when I was there. I'm not sure. I was only there for like a couple minutes. I was out of it yesterday. Part of the reason why I didn't stream at all yesterday. I was so tired.
Good luck out there.
I just kind of turned on a stream and then took a nap. So I was lurking. Like I told you, right? Like yesterday, I went to sleep at 10 p.m. I was so tired. And then I took a nap. I woke up at 1 a.m. And because I'm so freaking addicted to games and playing with my friends, I got up at 1 a.m., went back downstairs and played some more. I'm not proud of it. Huh. Life, mana, a whole bunch of resistances.
When I'm ready,
It's actually
and
decent.
not
You
before.
can stick like fire resistance on it. I was on a lot yesterday at pretty inconsistent times, not the best schedule. To be honest, I'm more addicted to YouTube than PoE. What do you mean? Oh, I like just watching YouTube videos? YouTube is like the place I go if I want to like watch something and like take a nap. Huh. 92 life, 73 total res. Like 6 chaos? Trin likes to sleep when I wake up, then take a nap when I get there. I think I watch more videos and read more social feeds than I do clicking on monster loot. I actually like watching other people get loot. You know, like... But then, okay, here's the thing. I would watch videos or like I would see people post on Reddit like, oh my god, what a big haul. You know, great start to Ritual League, and they get like all this crap. And I'd be like, oh man, I want to play so bad. I want to get that kind of loot. And I would play for like 2 hours and it's like, I'm tired.
Stay vigilant.
I don't think I've streamed for more than like 4 or 5 hours as of late. Like it's just, you know. You spend more time talking to me than clicking on loot. I feel that a lot of new players are playing this league because I'm only selling unique items. A lot of new players. I'm so happy, man. I'm so happy. I love it when new players join PoE. I'm so happy. Speaking of watching, I spoiled myself on the Maven fight. Oh no. Well, I'm sure it's probably okay, right? I actually have no idea what the Maven's like. Like, Dream spoiled a little bit of it. Kind of because I asked her to. And it's like, it sounds like there's a lot of... It sounds really cool, actually. You were just getting old, Emnix? I kind of am. Guys, I'm gonna hit... It's gonna be my birthday in a couple weeks, you know? I'm going to be 31. 31-year-old boomer.
Hello.
All right, what's the time? 1 minute, an hour, 20. You know what? For YouTube, this is probably like a good point to end it. So for those of you guys who are watching, we upgraded our gear and it really felt a lot better. You couldn't tell from before, but I was dying a lot. Baby, I was dying a lot, and now I feel a lot safer. My HP went from like 3500 to 4100. Gonna be looking to get a lot more upgrades. I think the wand probably needs an upgrade. It should switch to like a scepter with elemental damage and burning damage and fire damage over time. And then maybe some upgrades on like our accessories. Like I don't have any crafts on this. Like this is super weird. So gonna be working on that next episode, but for now, thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, as always, you could leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more updates in the future. Otherwise, keep in touch, guys. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.